Hey, third grade, today we are going to continue talking about time, okay? And so if you guys have your clocks, I need you to get them. And if you don't have your clock, if you don't have one of these, I need you to get on the website where the virtual manipulatives are so you can use that to help us today, all right? So we are going to start with this problem. So we're going to be using number lines to solve our problem. We're going to be using number lines to solve our problem, okay? And so we use number lines a lot. We use them when we're adding and we're subtracting. We use them with fractions. We use them when we're rounding, okay? And we're going to use a number line to help us determine how to solve time. Okay, so it says that Miss Lopez went to the shopping mall at 9:45 a.m. Okay, and the reason that we need to know how to use a number line is because we're not always going to have a clock available. Okay, when we take our STAR test and we take our unit assessments, we don't get to have this clock. So we need to know how to use a number line and read a number line. And sometimes our questions are going to ask us, we're going to be asked how to analyze the number line in our question, okay? So she went to the shopping mall at 9:45 a.m. So I'm going to put my clock on 9:45, all right? But I'm also going to start my number line at 9:45, okay? She spent 15 minutes at a pet store. And I'm not going to use my clock right now. I'm going to use my number line, and then I'm going to use my clock to check my work, okay? So she spent 15 minutes at a pet store. Well, I know that 15 minutes from 9:45 is going to be 10 o'clock. Okay? She spent an hour in a department store. How many minutes are in an hour? Good. There are 60 minutes in an hour. She spent 1 hour, so this was plus 15 minutes. This is plus 1 hour or 60 minutes. Okay, so 1 hour from 10 o'clock plus 1 hour is what time? Good, 11 o'clock. Okay, and then we're going to go, she spent 20 minutes in a toy store plus 20 minutes. So 11 o'clock plus 20 minutes is what time? 11:20. Good. 11:20. Okay, and that's it. So what time did she leave the shopping mall? She left the shopping mall at 11:20 a.m. Now, how much time did Miss Lopez spend in the shopping mall? Well, I know that she spent 1 hour. So I'm going to write 1 hour. Okay, and then I'm going to write, and then plus 15 minutes and 20 minutes. Well, 15 plus 20 is 35. She spent 1 hour and 35 minutes inside the mall, okay? Now, let's check our time and see if we did this correctly. So she spent 15 minutes in the pet store, 5, 10, 15. That puts me at 10 o'clock. That's what we said here. Good. Then she spent an hour, and we said an hour equals how many minutes? Good, 60 minutes. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay? So that puts me at 11 o'clock, which is what we said, 4 plus 1 hour. Then she spent 20 minutes in a toy store, so I'm going to go an additional 20 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20. That puts me at 11:20. Good job. All right, let's keep practicing. Okay. The clock represents the time Lee got home from school. Well, this clock is showing me, if I match this with my clock here, it looks like this. All right? That time, what time is shown on the clock here? Good, 3:20. 3:20. That is the time here on this clock. All right, so Lee got home from school at 3:20. Miss Anders told her students that her son Lee spent 30 minutes doing chores and 45 minutes doing homework. She explained that it took Lee 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete his chores and homework. Explain why Miss Anders is correct. He spent 30 minutes doing chores and 45 minutes doing homework. She explained that it took Lee 1 hour and 15 minutes to complete his chores and homework. Explain why he is correct. All right. So, why is 1 hour and 15 minutes the amount of time that it took Lee to complete his chores? Well, we're going to make this a little simple. We're going to use our clocks and we're going to make this a little simple. I'm going to put my clock on 4 o'clock, okay? If I go 45 minutes, what time, am I going to land on? I want you to be doing this with your clocks, either this clock just like mine or your virtual clock. So if I go 45 minutes from 4 o'clock, what time am I going to land on? Good, 9:40 or 4:45. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 4:45. I've gone 45 minutes. Now, if I do 30 minutes that he spent doing chores, what time will I land on? Good. If we do 30 minutes, we're going to land at 5:15. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, okay? Now, what time did I set my clock at from the very beginning? I started at 4 o'clock, so I started right here. And we ended at 5:15. I went all the way around my clock one whole time. That would be 5 o'clock. Okay? And then I still went an additional 15 minutes. So this is 1 hour, 1 hour and 5 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes, 1 hour and 15 minutes. So 30 minutes plus 45 minutes equals 1 hour and 15 minutes, or you could say that it equals 75 minutes. But 75 minutes is the same as 1 hour and 15 minutes. Lee started his chores right away. Then he did his homework without taking a break. Therefore, he finished at 4:35 p.m. Explain why this is correct. Okay. He started his chores right away. Well, what time did he get home from school? Good. He got home from school at 3:20. So let's set our clocks back to 3:20. Okay? Set my clock back at 3:20. The first amount of time he spent doing something was 30 minutes, and he spent that doing his chores. So I want you to go 30 minutes from 3:20. I want you to add 30 minutes to 3:20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What time do you land on? We land on 3:50, okay? Now we're going to go 45 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That is 4:35. Okay? So he started at 3:20, and he goes a total of 30 minutes. Well, if you want to just do 10 minutes, that would be 3:30. Okay? But I still need to do 20 more minutes because I'm going to break up 30 minutes, all right? But 3:30 puts me at a good stopping point. So I'm going to go plus 20 minutes, which equals 3:50. Okay? Then I'm going to go 45 minutes. Well, if I go 3:50 plus 10 minutes, I land at 4 o'clock. But I need to do a total, this is my 30 minutes. Okay? I'm going to be adding my 45 minutes. So I started, this is the 30 minutes. And I'm going to start with my 45 minutes, and I'm going to start with 10 because that gets me at an even 4 o'clock. I still have 35 more minutes to go because 45 minus 10 plus 35 minutes is 4:35. Okay? And that is his end time. So we modeled it using our clock, and we modeled it using our number line. All right? We are going to have some more practice with this next week. And then next week, you guys are going to be taking your unit assessment over measurement. But we're going to have we're going to be practicing this a little bit more next week, okay? Remember, if you're needing help, you need to hop on office hours or ask your teacher for assistance.